There was no sound before I woke, just a feeling of falling, then a sudden, jolting stop. I smelled old leather, doused, and something metallic, like old blood. My eyes snapped open. I was in a car, moving. The landscape outside was a wound, a pale, endless ocean of sand, and rock under a bleached white sky. My head was a hornet's nest of pain. I remembered lights, the squeal of tires, but the memory was a shard of glass I couldn't quite grasp. I checked my pockets, a frantic, desperate search. Nothing. My wallet, my phone, the keys to my life, all gone. Just the cheap, rumpled fabric of a suit I barely recognized. I leaned forward, my voice a dry rasp. "Excuse me, sir? Can you hear me? I think there's been a mistake." The driver was an old man, his posture impossibly straight, a statue in a worn cap. He didn't move, he didn't breathe. I tried again, my voice louder, begging, "Kate, I am talking to you. Where are we going? Please, just tell me where we are." The silence that answered me was a physical weight. It pressed in on me, suffocating. "I have money. I can pay you. Whatever it is. Just stop the car. Let me out." My shouts were swallowed by the upholstery. I rattled the door handle until my knuckles were raw and bleeding. I beat on the glass until my fists were bruised. Nothing. I was a specimen in a jar, and the old man was my silent keeper. Time dissolved. The sun and moon became a frantic strobe light, painting the desert in fire and silver. I saw things in the emptiness that should not exist. An ocean liner, beached on a sea of sand, its lights flickering a desperate SOS before it vanished. A crowd of people in black tie attire, standing motionless, their faces turned toward me as we passed, their eyes hollow. My panic burned away into a cold, hollow ash. I was a ghost, trapped in this purgatory on wheels. Then, we stopped. The engine died, and the silence was a physical blow. Outside, under a sky littered with cold, indifferent stars, a mirror stood in the sand. It waited. The old man hadn't moved. He didn't have to. The door beside me clicked open. I knew this was the destination. I stepped out, and with every footstep towards that impossible object, I felt a piece of myself being left behind. I stood before the glass, my heart a stone in my chest. I looked, and I saw nothing. The mirror showed the desert, the stars, the dust, but it did not show me. I was not there. A scream built in my throat but made no sound. I spun around, frantic. The desert was empty. I looked back, and he was in the mirror, the driver, standing in the reflection, his face filled with a profound, ancient sadness. His voice filled my mind, calm and clear as a bell. "This is the terminus. This mirror shows only those with time left to spend. You spent all of yours in a single, careless moment." I watched my hands in the reflection begin to dissolve like smoke in the wind. "Do not be afraid," the voice soothed. "The fare is not paid with coin, but with service. A debt is owed. A driver is always needed." In the mirror, the driver took off his cap. "Your ride is over. Now, it is your turn to drive." He dissolved into 1,000 points of light, leaving me alone in the glass. I felt a weight on my head. I looked in the mirror. My face stared back, solid and real. My eyes were calm. And on my head, I wore the cap. I understood everything. I walked back to the car and took my place behind the wheel. I was the driver now, and out there, in the darkness, my next fare was waiting.